At the confluence of the three rivers is Acrisure Stadium. Basically a month into the season, here in week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Oklahoma State Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Panthers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the Cowboys head coach told me before the game, he knows he has the best wide receiver right now in the country. They are so excited about the talent and experience that they can get to downfield. But they've got a young passer. How will they put into play, into the scheme, ways to get him the ball? Depending on what the defense does, this will be a big storyline we'll follow throughout the game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Cowboys ready to kick it away first. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Panthers offense will get the ball first. And here comes the sophomore running back. He has become a key piece of this offense.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Pitt pushing the pace.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. And you saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
A little screen to the running back. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like, the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Running inside. It's Turner. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Catch in the middle. It's Kent. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
And the Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Here's a hit. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Turner. Headed to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Cowboys offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes Drew Mestamaker. He had a tough game in that loss last time out. 3 times he threw picks and only 1 touchdown pass. Might be changing the route. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Right back to the well. Maybe some room here. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Running inside, it's Hawkins. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Fires to the big fella. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for space. It's Turner. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win. Fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. The run inside. It's Turner. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Finds his man. It's Yates. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And frankly, that's a completion. It's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Finds a tight end. Oh, he's got some space. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Lee. Touchdown, Panthers. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Keeps it and gets past the chains. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. He spins that thing down the middle. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got some room to run. Return takes it down to the 27-yard line as this defense is hungry for turnovers. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Yates. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Off play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. For go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down.
And, man, that third down changes this decision. Right, like getting a big chunk of yards, making it 4th and short. Now it's a true decision. I think you were just thinking about getting half of this, maybe setting up a field goal. Now you got a chance to be aggressive. Let's see what they do here on offense.
He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Running inside, it's Hawkins. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, looking to pass. And they'll mark him down after making that grab, and that's one way to start digging out of that hole, but they're still short of the first down. This offense has it with really good field position. Looks as if he's going to run it.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The run inside. It's Turner. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barnes. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
And that is incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Wants to throw again. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just...
But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking downfield on first down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Going the other way, he's got room. And he returned that into reverse skate in a hurry and takes it to the 46.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, time running short in the half. That's caught. It's Hicks. Pitt calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Fires to the middle. He's got it. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Turner. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that will extend their lead even further. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. Let's open the show with Vanderbilt taking on the number 17 team, the Arizona Wildcats. And it's the Commodores looking to move to 4-0 on the young season. And they're in front right now, and they've done it with discipline. Kind of the calling card of this program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game inside Acrisure Stadium. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Steel City.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Panthers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Oklahoma State sends out the offense to start this drive. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to...
There he goes! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Cowboys come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Makes the grab. It's Hawkins.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And once again, you see how valuable the tough little slot receivers are on fourth down.
You isolate those guys, get the matchup you want, and now go win. Nice job by this offense, getting the matchup on fourth down, and the QB seeing it, throwing a strike, getting the first down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball.
Finding some room. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
He is denied, and it'll be second and goal.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I mean, they didn't reinvent football in this drive. That was really impressive watching him just go down the field methodically, running the football a bunch, and finally punching it in. David, we saw the turnovers throwing the ball in the first half. They decided just to come out here in the second half now and just get back to the basics, and it really paid off for them.
I'm about to say, it's more of a necessity, right? Like this offense wasn't really good through the air. What do they do best? Pound the football. And it's not like we're not getting movement up front. This offensive line is doing a good job. And if they want to get back in this football game, you got to like the start right here in this second half. Like early in the second half, showing that you are physical and that you can still run the football even though you're trailing.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pitt Panthers offense out there to go on the attack. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Got it in the middle. It's Lee. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Yates. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down.
And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge...
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He's got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he'll be brought down. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. On target. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking for his man in the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Gets away from one. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that's the first thing that's really gone right this afternoon. You got a big deficit. You haven't hit the quarterback very often. You need to change that around. Good start of the second half here. Make him feel uncomfortable.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And that's frustrating for an offense, man, because you got great field position set up. You want to be aggressive. You want to take advantage of it. But in order to do that, the offensive line has to do their job. You've got to give your QB time. They don't do it. And back-to-back plays, they're going the completely wrong direction.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Picked off. What a play by this defense. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's got it at the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Cowboys in the hurry up. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Unleashes to the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And to linemen late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Lee. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Running inside. It's Turner. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On third down, he drops the throw. Gets it out quickly. Turning it on. Touchdown, Panthers! And the pummeling has started. Boy, do they need that score. Cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. A huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here, lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Finds his man. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Here comes the heat. He makes the grab. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Complete to start this drive. Breaks into the open. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. The run inside. It's Hawkins. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
The Cowboys with the 1st and 10. Now they're going to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground, and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go.
Throws toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the... Be a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee.